讲是非常大家这个可以讲。
So.
其实他的这个，他说的这些话
For what he said is touching because it comes from the bottom of his heart.
没有什么太多的包装，
There's
讲他心里面的感觉。
There's not much packages, but his true feeling. So that touches people's heart. I've known Seng for about 3 years. So it's not long time ago, but he has a great affinity because I heard that they just live next to the temple. They never participated when they stay just next to the temple. However, when they moved 2 blocks away, they found the affinity to come to this temple. When they come to this temple, they help a lot. They help a lot with the temple. They're just not sitting here doing nothing in the temple. When they help with cleaning the temple, treating the guests well. Most importantly, he knows that he knows that to spend time in reciting mantra. He really knows how to merge himself, put himself into taking care of the temple. In these 3 years, throughout these 3 years, from someone who did not know Buddhism, I found that his wisdom improved a lot. He felt that he appreciated me. He felt so much gratitude towards me. However, I feel a little bit overrated. Buddhism is like, it's not something like you listen, you get the wisdom. You will have to contemplate. You got to think. You got to think about yourself. You got to reflect and find out which level you are in, and you will need to find ways to improve your mind. So when you listen and apply, then only you get the benefits of learning Buddhism. If you just simply watch the Buddhism talk, just listening to it, but not really contemplating and applying it, there's not much benefit. Today, he mentioned about so much help provided by provided by the Dharma brothers and sisters and the temple. Actually, he reflected. This is very important. So, to put in other words, he put all these kind of affinities together along with his mind of wanting to be liberated. This offers great improvement. I remember that during my I know that during my retreat, many people also then left, but he is the one who actually stay and take care of the temple. I actually wrote him a poem. It's a poem to encourage him. That was the past. Now he has changed. He's not afraid of death now. He has confidence towards the Pure Land. He make the vow. He has confidence towards Root Guru. He is confident that if he passes away, Root Guru and Amitabha Buddha will come and deliver him. He believes that when he makes the vow, he can get delivered to the Pure Land. Just by such a pure conviction, he can clear away the fear. Although sometimes he's stubborn, Zhen Xi knew him a lot. However, he's really changing. So, this is something I'm really excited. In our temple, it's always just couple Dharma here. But today we have someone from Malaysia. She more than 10 years ago, she was a volunteer in the resources group in the temple, in the True Buddha school. This time, knowing that we are going to, she knows that we have a big ceremony in June. She wants to come over and help out. She wants to see. She wants to be here and also learn Buddhism. Actually, our temple only have several guests. We have low attendance. In the past, I always care
比较不那么在乎，
about the attendance level, but
因
now,
为我觉得
but
学
now,
佛也是人。
but now
你在
I'm,
西方的地方，在西方的世界，
but now I'm not that
没有
care
办法说真
anymore.
的走出去用英文
I'm not
啊，
care
一些
about too much. Buddhism requires affinity.
那这个地方又是
In
一
the
个真正学
Western
佛的地方，
country, is
我
also
也不会跟你们讲一些
not many people
你的前世是什么，
have the affinity
啊
to
你
learn
的这
Buddhism.
个如何
Here
如何
at
啊，
this
你的
temple,
佛菩萨又如何如何。
I focus on teaching Buddhism. I will not talk
所
about
以呢，
like the
真的
past
跟一般
life
的大众的
or
市
talk
场、
about
大众的口
other
味
stuff.
是不符的。
So this doesn't
那可是啊，
align with the
我
mass
心里面总是
market
相信，
mass market
我
desire.
认为学佛
However, I have a
是
conviction that
真正的针对你的心去修持的一种方式。
learning Buddhism is
离开了心，
a method that cultivate your mind directly. If
佛法基本
if
上
the
是
cultivation
没有办法发
is
挥的
not
功能。
based off on your improving your mind,
那
then
自然
Buddhism
走这
cannot
个平价的这个市场路
cannot
线，
cannot
没有
cannot
市场，那我
cannot
们就走这个高端的
really
高端的市场。高
benefiting
端市
people.
场呢，会员一定很少，
So it
但
really
是愿
is.
意在这个地方
Although
去学
can't
我相
do
信
the mass market, but
将
we
来
can
所
do
有
the
的
high
都
end
能够
market.
往生
For
都能够免除这个生死的这种恐惧，这个是我相信的。所以啊，
But for
虽然
people
人少，
who are here
不过
who
我们
really
这
want to
个
learn Buddhism,
质
I
量很
believe
高。
each of you will live the suffering of death. Although we have not many attendants here, but our qualities are high here for those who learn
今天呢，
Buddhism.
跟大家讲一讲，
Today,
讲一讲，我要去印尼要讲的一个主题。
I'd like to talk about a topic that I will
下个
be
礼拜
talking in
下下礼
Indonesia.
拜下礼拜
In
二
the next 2 weeks, the Tuesday, 2 weeks from now, I'll be traveling to Indonesia
中委会在那边做了一个
to
大力金刚的法会，
participate
然后也会做几个研习班。
a ceremony organized by the True Buddha
那
Foundation.
个研习班里面呢，我将会讲一个
Also,
主题，
I
那
will
个主题就是
I will
如
talk
何
about
做
in
一
the
个
training classes, talk about
真正好的弘法人员。
talk about a topic in the training classes, which
那我
is
想呢，
how
这个
do
如
you
何做一个真正好的弘法人员，
how to become a good
其实也不一定只是用在这些好的弘法人员身上而已。
Dharma lecturer, Dharma
其实它
Dharma
适用在每一位弘法人员。
how to become a good trainer
今
who
天
teach
就先跟
Buddhism.
大家讲这个主题。
Actually, it should be applied to everyone who is a Buddhist.
师尊呢，在书里面曾经有提过，
Grandmaster
要做一个好的弘法人员，
mentioned
你
before
要具备五个条件。
in his book that there are 5
第一个，
requirements
你的道心要坚
to
固，
be a good
道心要很坚固。
trainer in Buddhism.
那第二个，你
First
要有出离心。
You have a solid
第三个，你要守戒律。
confidence. You want to learn Buddhism, you got to follow the precept. Fourth, you got to be you got to be clean. It means you are not greedy.
然后啊，你要发菩提心。
You got to have a Buddhi mind. So these are the 5 requirements.
其实它是互为因果，它是有一个
These 5
开始，
requirements,
然后它有一个这个。
they're mutually affecting each other. These 5 requirements,
它是互有连接。
they are connected to each other.
作为一个好的弘法人员，
As a
不管
good
你是上师也好，
As a good
你是法师也好，你是
trainer,
讲师
regardless
助
you
教
are a
或
reverend
者是道场的
or
负责
Dharma
人
lecturer or master, or you are a chapter host, or you are just, or you don't hold any position, but you are a Buddhist. First of all, you must have. First of all, you must have this, the mind of leaving the world. A person who does not have the mind of leaving the world, if you are following the precepts, you are not following the real precepts. You are just following for the appearance. If you say that you want to help others, this is also faking to help others. If you do not have the mind of leaving the world, if you say you are not greedy, this is also a hard debate too. The mind of leaving all the worries in this world is based on the 4 noble laws. So it actually means you want to leave all the worries, the troubles in the world, all the string of attachments of the world. If you don't understand the suffering, you got to know that it's suffering. The first law in the 4 noble laws is suffering. It teaches you that in this world there are a lot of sufferings. The second word, the gathering. Gathering, you want to know why all this suffering happened. It's the gathering of all these phenomena. It covers your light in your mind. It creates suffering. The third word, elimination. The opposite side of worries is elimination. Elimination. You want to know why you want to spend so much effort in clearing the suffering and get to the another side, which is nirvana. After you understand the benefits of going into nirvana, you will have a lot of confidence. This gives you motivation. Now, then you will follow. Then you come to the last one, which is the 8 right paths. You keep repeating in the 8 right paths. You train yourself to arrive at nirvana. So to leaving the string of attachments, you got to be based off the 4 noble laws. This is why Shakyamuni Buddha, he first taught these 4 noble laws. Know the suffering, know the gathering, know the why of the sufferings, know the way to getting into nirvana, and then at the end achieving nirvana. This is leaving the worries, leaving the string of attachments in the world. If you do not come here with this purpose, it really is. You do not know. You do not. Then you do not have a clear purpose. Then why some people get fooled by all those karma stories or get cheated by some other bad trainers because they do not understand the main purpose, which is to live at the attachments from the world. Only after you want to leave the attachments in the world, then you will start contemplating. You want to, you know that you find out where those suffering come from. It comes from the habits you have. If you have high wisdom, and you can detect, and you can detect your thoughts every moment, and you want your habit, you want to avoid all those bad habits. At such a point, you are someone who has great wisdom. But to a lot of people, at the beginning, when you are not, you will need to follow the precepts. You want to block out all the bad affinities. Why do you want to follow precepts? There's a purpose, which is to lift the string of attachments in this world. You got to know the fearful suffering in the world, because you want to live off. You want to following the precepts. This could help you. Grandmaster recently, he mentioned something very important. He mentioned that following the precepts is the center of learning Buddhism. When people people started to mention following precepts is the center of Buddhism. But why it is the center of Buddhism? Isn't it a personal thing? If you look at the big picture, who in this world, who are the one who can spread the Buddhism? The three jewels. The first one, Buddha. Buddha is in the emptiness. They could not spread the Dharma. Secondly, Dharma is those sutras and all the books, all the teachings. If you buy all of them, you might still not able to understand them. The third one is the reverence. Reverence have big responsibility as they are going to spread the Buddhism. So therefore, reverence is the center in spreading Buddhism. If following precepts is not followed in reverence, Buddhism cannot be spread. The strength of reverence cannot be widespread. If reverence follow the precepts, they can spread the Dharma. They can spread Buddhism. So it really is. Only when reverence follow our precepts, they can widespread the the Dharma. Otherwise, if you spread the Dharma by not following the precepts, these are contaminated teachings. So this is analyzed from the big picture, from the higher level. So for reverence, they must follow the precepts. And when you follow the precepts, and there are distractions from the world, you will be extra careful. You will. What could be the distractions? Like the suffering, the happiness, the benefit. Like the benefits. And those that do not have benefit. Say when you go different temples, you get a lot of donations. So when there are places, there are so many poor people don't want to go there. These are the things that people need to look at. Defamation and praises. It's about, they talk about you. When people praise you, or when people laugh at you, and suffering and happiness. When all of this happen, your mind must detect it. When you can detect all of this, then you will not get distracted and follow them. And to be not distracted, you must follow the precepts. You must know that you always look at your habits, reflect on your habits. Not only that you will have less desire. You want not only from the point of money, you got to be less desire on fame, on happiness, on all of those. You want to look into your mind. Does your mind get distracted? Like last year in November, when I became the director of one of the, I became the director and handling some issues. So suddenly, I have a better name. Before that, in the past, in Taiwan, people didn't, when I walk on the streets, people do not know who I am. They don't talk to me. They don't say hi to me. But now, like when I talk, but now when I go to these places, many people treat me with care. this is actually a distraction.
你要这个时候你要想，我还是我。
Me at this point, you want to contemplate. You got to know that you are still yourself. You got to be extra cautious. If you know that, if you think that you are hot potato, you are hot shot now, and then you forget yourself. This is like cultivation, the real cultivation. Like the external affinity happen, you detect it. Then you can analyze what is the effect in this affinity in your mind. You think, does it have real effect in your mind? When you have one or one let out the like